Hello, it's nice to be with you. Welcome to the Vicarage Kitchen. And today I'm going to share with you how to make an Arabic Middle Eastern sweet. And my inspiration was two verses from the Psalms. The first one is Psalm 81, and it is verse 16. But you would be fed with the finest of wheat, with honey from the rock I would satisfy you. And the other one is Psalm 119, and it is verse 103. And it is, how sweet are your words to my taste, sweeter than honey to my mouth. And it is good because I'm going to use, as part of my recipe today, ater, which is a sugar syrup, which is very close to the honey. So welcome, and I'll start now. Okay, this recipe is a very easy recipe, and it has three easy steps. The first step is to make the syrup, the sugar syrup, and it's very easy. You need boiled water, and you need sugar, and you need 2 teaspoons of this orange blossom water. You can find it in a lot of these ethnic shops. When I was in Sainsbury, I found it in the food from all the world. Okay, so easily I use 1.5 mugs of sugar. And for that, I use 1 1/4 boiling water. And add the orange blossom water. 1 and 2. The more the merrier. It won't affect it. It's nice. It smells very nice. It smells like orange, actually. So I take it to the cooker and I boil it. And leave it a bit until all the sugar has dissolved. It takes maybe up to 5 minutes, if not less. And I'll be very lucky if I don't burn my hands today.
Done.
Okay, I stir it until all the sugar has dissolved, and wait for it until it reaches the boiling stage. And then I bring it and I put it in a bowl of cold water, because what I need to do is I pour this syrup and put it on the cake after it has been baked. And the secret is, if you have a hot cake, you need to use cold syrup, and vice versa. If you have cold cake, then you use the syrup when it is hot. Okay, now we're going to the second step, and the second step is making the cake. And for this, you need this teacup, and I've always used this teacup. I've used it for years and years, and I'll be very sad if it breaks. So, using this cup, and in this bowl, I've already put 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of coconut, 1 cup of semolina, and it doesn't matter whether it is fine or coarse. I found fine semolina in Asda, so it doesn't matter. I also need 1 egg, I need 1 cup of yogurt, and I've used low fat or no fat today, but you can use any kind of yogurt. Greek, not Greek, it doesn't matter. So I'm putting it in this cup. Okay, so that's the yogurt. And I use stork and 2 tablespoons of, that's more than around 2 tablespoons of the stork, and baking powder. I add quite a lot of baking powder, so I can add up to 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So I mix it together. So it's very easy, if you notice. I just mix it together until it is really well mixed. It won't take a long time. So the final result is a cake mixture that is like this. And because we used an egg, you can add vanilla, but I actually prefer to use lemon juice because it is more Middle Eastern, the taste, than the vanilla. But it's up to you, whatever you'd like to use. If you have eaten this here in the vicarage, I've always used lemon juice. So, just like this. A bit of lemon juice. And that's it. So this is the cake part of it. We'll leave it here to rest while I make the third part, which is the cream. Okay, so if I put this here out of the way, and if I dry my hands, ready for the third part. So for the third part, which is the cream, let me just wash this. The only cup that I have, so that's why I need to wash it. Okay, I will start with 1 carton of fresh double cream. I'll add to that 3 tablespoons of cornflour. 1, 2, 3. Stir them together. Okay. I don't know if you can see them, but this is the consistency. And then I'll add 1 1/4 cup of milk. 1 1/4 cup. I'll stir them together, and then I'll cook them on the cooker until they become very, very thick. But you need to keep on stirring them to have the good consistency. So, like that. You can add a bit of orange blossom water here as well, if you like the taste. And that's what I'm going to do. Just that. And I'll take it now to the cooker and start cooking it. So this is quite laborious, but it's worth it, believe me. I'm finding it difficult to keep on looking at the camera and cooking at the same time, but my directors have ordered me to look at the camera, so I'm really sorry. It's not very professional, but that's it. So now this will take some time to cook, so you have to bear up with me. And as I said, you really need to keep on stirring. It's like white sauce. It's the same idea. So come on. So it takes time to become, hot. Okay, so it's cooked. And I hope it's clear that you can see it. Can you see it? Okay. So I'll put it in this quiche dish. And what I've done is that I put butter and then I put a sprinkle of semolina in it. And what I'll do is I'll just spread it. So this is, you can see now the consistency as well. So I really pray that you're finding this easy, because it is easy, but you would love the result, because everybody who tasted it loved it, unless they were very nice to me and did not tell me the truth. Okay, so this is it. That's it. So that's the first. Now, then I spread the cake mixture on top, like this. So, okay. I hope you can see it. Okay. And just spread it. Try to spread it evenly. And cover all the first layer, the creamy layer. It. It's as even as I can make it. And so I'll put it now in the oven for around half an hour on 180 degrees, and then I'll take it out when it becomes really very golden, when the top of it becomes very golden. So after around half an hour, this is the final cake. It's baked and it needs to be golden this color. So while it's still hot, you need to use the knife and cut it so that you can drench it with the sugar syrup. And the sugar syrup is cold now, and I put it in this milk jug. And what you do is just you carefully drench it, making sure that it covers every part of the cake. That's what will make it moist later. Okay. Now, I've made more sugar syrup than I needed, but it's a very good thing because you can put it in a mug or whatever and leave it in the kitchen. It can survive for a long time. And after you drench it with the sugar syrup, you just cover it with pistachio nuts. I buy this from Asda in shells, and then I shell it and then cut it in the food processor. And the more, the better. So, this is Harrissa ishta, and it's a very nice one, and I hope you enjoy it. And صحتين وعافية, which means may you have great health and healing. Thank you.